The flamingo effect comes into play in lots of different aspects in life, but today we're going to relate the flamingo effect to your nutrition. So let me put this to you. During this lockdown, number one, let's try and see this as an opportunity to invest in yourself and create positive lifestyle habits that you can then continue when all this is over. This is an opportunity to maybe do things, get ideas down on paper, invest in yourself mentally and physically that you're never going to have and you're never going to get back, for one. If you feel like you're struggling with this and you're struggling with lockdown and you're struggling to find the motivation and you're struggling with the ability to want to move, want to invest that time in this extra time in yourself, one of the reasons it could be down to your nutrition. And I'd hazard a guess that for quite a few people it's probably down to nutrition, because when you eat good, you feel good, you feel more productive and more proactive. When you don't eat good, you feel sluggish, you feel lethargic, and you can't, let's be honest, you can't be arsed doing anything. Let's talk about the flamingo effect. Are you burying your head in the sand, hoping that, well, what's going on and maybe you overeating and how much you're overeating by and how bad you're feeling will just all of a sudden disappear? It's not going to. One thing I want you to do though is ask yourself a couple of questions, and the answer to these questions is going to enable you to get yourself out of this rut. Now, in order for this to work, you have to be honest with yourself. Now, the first question is, would you say you are mindlessly eating without a care of really of how much or what it is that you're eating? If the answer is no, then great. If you're happy doing what you're doing, then crack on. If the answer is yes, then I also want you to ask yourself, are you doing it consciously or subconsciously? Because if the answer is consciously, and you know, and you can say to yourself, honestly, you are mindlessly eating, but conscious of it, then you're in control, and this is a positive. So we need to ask yourself this. And if you're doing it subconsciously, and you can honestly tell yourself that this mindless eating is subconscious, then guess what? You admitting that, now it's just become conscious. So we've now determined whether it was conscious or subconscious. You were apparently doing it without realising. So if you've identified that you were mindlessly eating subconsciously, well, like I've just said, now you're conscious of it, and now we can do something about it. Now we need to get our head out of the sand and start moving forward. Let's not leave yourself with a mountain to climb when all this is over. So now we're mindlessly, carelessly eating, but we're conscious about it, which is good. And this is the best type of mindless eating, because we can do something about it, because we're aware. If we weren't aware, this is where we would have a problem, but we are. So what we're going to do? So here's what we're going to do. I want you to go and get yourself a pen and a piece of paper, and you're going to write these 3 questions down. Number 1 is, do I really need it? Number 2 is, how's it going to make me feel when I've eaten it, long term? And number 3 is, am I hungry or am I bored? Now, these 3 questions wrote down on a piece of paper. I want you to put them up somewhere in your kitchen, on the doorway into your kitchen, on the front of one of the cupboards, the cupboard with all the goodies in. But if you don't want to do that, just do this mentally and go through these 3 questions every time you think, oh, I'm just going to get something to eat. And let's get control back. And let's use this time that we've been given under horrible circumstances wisely and make the most of it and get the best out of it. Take care, have a good day. Stay out the fridge.